Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So first of all, I would like to say, well, sorry that I haven't been around this month and a half. It has been a extremely stressful time, whereas I have been colouring, but it's been in little segments, and like I needed to just colour in bed because I didn't want to sit at my desk at all. So I mean, I do a lot of my colouring in my bed anyway. I find it the most comfortable place to be, like, for life really. But yeah, so it's still stressful, but it's past the worst of the stress, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I will definitely try to start some colouring videos again, and I thought I'll finally do my completed pages, but this is for both January and February 2025. I know that this is flown by, like, really. This is my, as people call them, colouring journal. I just call it my colouring notebook, and on the front here I have a sticker by the amazing Life Illustration. I think her name is Lydia. And yeah, like, I ordered some prints and stickers, and if you want to join her Patreon, if I can get it, there it is at the bottom. And I just wanted to quickly show you, like, they are beautiful. I got some stickers, so I got the Year of the Monkey because that is my year. And then I have Dragon, which I don't know if I remember ordering it, but I must have because I got it. Yeah. And then, like, this is one of my favourites that she does. And it is very her because she has the little, what do I call them? Chameleon? Is that right? Yeah. She actually has them, and I love seeing them on her Instagram as well. But yes, obviously I got some prints as well because tigers are my favourite animal. Had to get this, and I mean, look how gorgeous it is with the gold on it as well. But yeah, favourite is tigers. Like, and they are so solid. Like, yes. And the fox, like, I just love her style basically. And I did join her Kickstarter project, so just waiting for that to be completed. It's so exciting. But yeah, like, look at them, they're so pretty. And you can actually pick on some of hers which finish you want. So like, this has silver foiling, but then these, I was like, wow. Like, you can actually see on, like, she shows what different things, and like, look at that. I mean, look at them, they're amazing, absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I don't know if, like, if I want to frame them or if I want to keep them in like a folder to look at or what yet, because my walls don't really have much room, but I want to look at them all the time. I don't think I've shown these before because I don't think I would have. I haven't had them that long, but then now I can't even remember when I got them. Was it the end of last year or the beginning of this year? Who knows? But basically, let's get back on topic. In this, I basically keep my completed pages, and I started this when I started my YouTube, so like 2023 in October, and then I started off with stickers in here, but then I soon gave up on that because I was using too many stickers. And I always try to pick like 3 uncoloured books to colour in the month, but some months, as you can see here, I still a whip. But I started it, so I've worked on them, but they're not finished, so they don't get ticked. But yeah, I don't keep track of much, so let's go to 2025. I did write down all of my books that I want to sort of focus on in this year because I knew I'd forget. And then we're on to January. And I'm sorry, February's videos. Like, I like to see how many I do, but yeah, I did none. But as you can see over here, I completed all 3 pages that I started in my uncoloured books, so that's good. Oh, and at the back I have a list of all my whips, and then they get ticked off if I complete them, but they only get added on this list if I basically put my book back onto my shelf. If they stay on my desk, then it means I'm still working on it and I don't class it as a whip. Like, these are like long-term whips. Like, some of them I've had for years and I need to do them. But as you can see, I have done 4, but they weren't all this year. Like, I think 2 were last year. And then here I have my books I wish to complete. And then on the back here I have the new one that I chose for this year, Pop Manga Cute and Creepy by Camilla de Erico. And this one looks so nice because it's complete, the Spooklet sketchbook. As the other 2, since I've done this, I think I've completed 1 page in them, which is not good, but you know, they are books I want to eventually complete. I just thought I'd show that because I see other people showing theirs, and honestly, some people put so much work into theirs. They look like amazing, but I'm more of a simple information is enough for me. So yeah, let's start with my colouring pages because that's what you're here to see really. And I'm going to start off with the Pop Manga Cute and Creepy by Camilla de Erico. And as I just said, this is a book I'm focusing on this year. I won't complete it this year, but I want to get like a good chunk done out of it. I'm going to start first with a buddy colour I done. My second ever buddy colour. I'm so happy. Like, I always feel like shy and awkward to ask anybody to buddy colour, so whenever anybody asks me, I'm just like, yes please. And it is this page, and this is a buddy colour with Steph Louise Argyle over on Instagram. And well, she got hers done like the day of asking me to buddy colour, and hers is amazing. I'm hoping I'm remembering to put hers in right here. Just look at it, so cute, right? And like, I couldn't think of what colour to do the t-shirt for mine, so I took inspiration from her green t-shirt and went with a green that went like with the colours that I had already used. And oh my gosh, this background was I love it, absolutely love the background, kitties, but this was like peak stress time for me. So I was doing like 2, 3, maybe 4 cats at a time, and then I would have to, yeah, I would be too stressed. Like, I could not concentrate for too long because my brain was just haywire. So yeah, I picked different cats for every single one of them, and this one here is my brother's cat Bo, and over here we have my brother's cat Bear, and down here I tried to do Camilla de Erico's cats. Oh my gosh, what are their names? Oh, I don't want to get it wrong. No, I'm not going to say because I'll probably say it wrong, but I know who I mean, and you know who I mean, I think. If you follow her on Instagram, you would have seen the adorable kitties. I think one of them's called Smithers. And the other one is avoiding my brain. Oh no, I feel so bad. Like, yes, I'm so sorry. Anyway, back to this. I used on this, in this blue grey in the background was Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay India inks. I mixed together a couple of colours to get this blue situation. I just needed something simple that I could just quickly fill the background in. All of the meow is Posca pens, and all the white you see on her hair and tail is also Posca pen on all the outlines and to make it look a bit fluffy. And the pencils I used were the Black Widow pencils. Now, when I removed my washi tape that was down the middle of this page, this is a washi tape I'd never stuck on my colouring books before, and I will never do it again because it was a bit too sticky and it started to want to peel off the paper on this side of the book, and I was like, no. So in order to like prevent further damage, I have started this page as well, just with some acrylic paint, because I find if you put acrylic paint over the slightly torn paper, it will like reinforce it a bit. Like, it doesn't feel ripped anymore, whereas before I was extremely worried. So I do plan to finish this one off. Yeah, it would have been good to colour that one in February, but again, I haven't done a huge amount of colouring in these first 2 months. Like, I've done plenty, but it doesn't look like I have. So I have one more page completed in here, which is this Welsh Dragon inspired page, which you might have seen the video for it. So he's so cute and happy. This is acrylic paint in the background, Faber-Castell Polychromos for the dragon, Posca pen for any white dots in the eyes and the little claws, and then on all these bubbles it is the gold leaf flakes. I have them here, they live on my desk, the Deco Pebeo gold flakes. And yeah, I was actually worried because I shut this book and it might not have been completely dry on these gold bits, and when I opened it again I could hear it, you know, it makes that stuck sound, and so I gently peeled it, but like, it wasn't actually stuck, but it was. Like, does that make sense? No, probably not. But yeah, it was like slightly stuck to this page over here, but it didn't do any damage and it's fine now. So yeah, like, when I touch it, it does feel slightly sticky, which it doesn't normally, but hey ho, the gold is on there, so I don't know what's the situation. So yes, this book is hopefully going to fill up quite nicely this year. I already have quite a lot done, but when I actually look at how many pages I have left, you start to think, oh no, that is actually quite a lot. I maybe haven't coloured a lot. But that is Pop Manga Cute and Creepy by Camilla D'Erico. Right. Next up, I'm going to show the one that I finished today, like literally half an hour ago, because I have it open, because I didn't want it, like on the shoes down here, I put Mod Podge Extreme Glitter, and also on the earring. So I didn't want to close the book just in case it wasn't fully dry. But okay, let me show you the front cover first. This is the Rowan's illustration Cat and Girl colouring book. This is a Korean colouring book. I shall show you the ISBN number. There you go. I got mine off of Etsy. Yes, I think it was when I did a Cool Craft book order. Yeah, I think it was Cool Craft book I got it from. I think that's well known. Like, they do cost a lot, but I always wait until there's like 4 or 5 books that I want and then do like a bulk purchase, because you actually save a lot on the shipping as if you were to order them one by one. Like, that would cost an arm and a leg one by one. I mean, it costs an arm, like doing it all together, but at least I saved my leg. So anyway, I coloured this one. So as you see, you get the original illustration over on the left hand side of the page over here. Such a cute kitty. They are really cute in here though. Like, I'm sure you've seen on other channels this book, because I am terrible at remembering where I see things, but I did see this on somebody's channel, which prompted me to go and look for it. And I also bought Rowan's other colouring book. Like, they're amazing. At first I was like, is this me? Because to start with, I had only seen these types of pictures at the back, and I think, wow, that's a lot going on. Can I colour that? But then I saw these sort of bite-size people illustrations at the front of this book, and I thought, this is a very good way to get into her style, to know how I want to colour her style of drawing, and then I can move on to this. Like, look at all the treats in the background. Oh, I'm sorry, but feed him now. The cuteness. Sorry. As you can see, I'm very happy today. Like, I'm happy to be making a video, and it's colouring pages day, so what's more to say? So as I said, it is Mod Podge Extreme Glitter on the shoes and the earring, Posca pen for any white dots you see, and I also went over the outline of the, like, what do you call it, like tissue paper, but it's a plasticky paper stuff that goes around flowers, but I didn't make it plastic. Or is it? I don't know. But for this page, I completely used the Arteza watercolour pencils. Now, I wasn't planning to buy the watercolour pencils. I wanted the Arteza 120 regular coloured pencils, but I can't seem to find them, and I haven't been able to find them for over a year, and I'm not sure if they still sell them, because it just says like out of stock and don't know when or if they will be back in stock. So I waited and waited and waited, and I'm like, I can't do no more waiting. So I saw the watercolour pencils, and I'm like, well, you can use watercolour pencils both wet and dry. So that's what I did. I done a base layer of the colours that I wanted, and then like wet it for the watercolour effect. And then I added another layer and used my water brush on them as well. And then there was a few areas that I just needed some deeper shadows in, and that is when I used them dry. Like the centres of the flowers is just like a black dot of pencil, any black shading in the top, and on the skirt I did a bit of black shading, and then things like her eyelashes and the darker spots inside her mouth and stuff like that, basically. And yeah, I am like really quite happy with this, and I did swatch them out because I can't use things without swatching them out. So look at those colours, they are very vibrant on this paper. This is the Nina paper, and yeah, I think they've done a really good job, if I'm honest. Like, and this is quite no, not quite smooth. This is very smooth paper. So I was already like, is this going to accept the water? And I don't think it would have accepted too much more water. And I'm glad I used my water brush pen, because I think that helped to limit the amount of water that was going onto the page. Whereas if I had used my normal paintbrush, I think it would have probably damaged the paper. Like, yeah. So yeah, I'm happy with that purchase. That is, I've only had them like a week, and like I needed a page to test them on, and this is a new book, so I thought, new product, new book, what better way to start the day. I'm sorry. I do have, obviously, because I just said I bought about 4 or 5 books, I do have some more new ones from my order that I am looking forward to working in, but they will have to wait till next month. I can't believe we're already at the end of February. Wow. So yeah, look at the sparkly shoes. I knew I wanted to do her with sparkly shoes as soon as I picked the page. It was weird. So next up, we're going back to January, and I have the Tiny Year collection by A Go to Pop of the Colour in Heaven. And everybody loves this issue. Like, I didn't realise that it was going to be so popular. Like, I think it already sold out, and now they've, what did they say, they're doing an Amazon print version? So it won't be like Colouring Heaven paper, like something, I don't know, you'd have to go and check out the Colouring Heaven. I think they announced it on Facebook, but they might have announced it at other places as well. And yeah, so they're doing some Amazon version of it at some point. But yeah, these are very, very different to what I'm used to colouring. But I saw it and I was like, they're cute. Little bite-size things. But I like that they're bite-sized, but you've got it in like a big book, so there's still enough space to like colour. And yeah, and I keep skipping past these types of pages. Every month has a shelf full of like things that can represent that month. So there's February's. I didn't colour in any in February. I did want to do this, but like I said, I haven't done much. But as you can see here, I have used alcohol marker base on this side. So, oh, let me just take my tab out. It's really stuck on there. So I have done this page, and I need to zoom out a little bit. Bear with me. Try not to go out too much. Did I say I got a new mat? A desk mat. I was finding my green one starting to be a little bit boring. So, yeah. I needed a different colour to look at, you know? Like, the green one may come back from time to time. But yeah, I don't know if you're the same, but I like to see different colours. Anyway, so my alcohol marker base is the Winsor & Newton Pro markers. This was, like, I think this may have been what I first tested them out on, because I got those at the beginning of the year, I believe. It's hard to remember when it's a month ago already. Like, yeah, wow. So yeah, that's the marker base, and then Faber-Castell Polychromos for all the pencil shading, and Posca pen, which I think I've only used the white one, like on the outline of the quill. They call it a quill, don't they? The Faber you write with. Like, things are escaping my brain, like, today. Like, I could be all prepared for this video, but as soon as I start to talk, like, my brain just goes bleh. It used to be like that with tests as well. It's a bit annoying. But yeah, I do love these little things. My favourite is the little girl with the pencil, because I just love colouring people, so that was always going to be my favourite. But I really do like this ink bottle. And I added in all these background shapes because I first did the ink one, and then I was like, oh, I like that. But now I feel like the rest need something. So that is what I did with those. In the Tiny Year by A Go to Pop of the Colour in Heaven collection. Right. Next up we have this book. Oh, why am I doing like different size books all the time? I should have prepared this, but I didn't. So this is is it the first or the second one? This is Flower and Girl 2 by Yun Sama. And like, I think a few people have this by now, or have already seen it at least. Like, that is it. Another one of the books that I purchased was the third one of these. I think it was the third one. Let me get it. Okay, I have it. I haven't actually translated it yet, but I think it is her third colouring book. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful pages, as are the other ones. I mean, look at them. There is some double page spreads. I mean, how beautiful. Like, the colours she uses as well. Like, that would be good for spring. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. So, looking forward to that. And I did get the other books that I purchased. I hope you don't mind seeing them. I don't really want to do a haul video. So this is the other book by Rowan. So this has a lot of things going on. But yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, I've flipped to the most busiest page ever, but wow. But yeah, this is full of quite busy pages, which is why I started with the other book. Let's face it, you got to start small. And yeah, so that's that one. And then these other two books, I hadn't at the time seen anybody with them, and there was no flip through, so I was like blind buying them. The first one is this one, which again, I haven't translated them yet, so I do apologise. Let me see if there is anything in English. Nope, but that is their Instagram, and that is the ISBN number, just in case. And then I am not sad about this purchase at all. So on this side you have the full-size illustration, but then on the back of it you actually have a smaller version. I don't know if this is so you can test your colours. I do think this might be like the name of the illustration maybe. But yeah, I will have to translate. But yeah, again, beautiful, beautiful illustrations, and I do love square books. Wow, that is stunning. I like anything with bunnies or cats and stuff in them. But yeah, let me just do it quickly because I know you're not here to look through books. Although I'm always happy when people do randomly do things like that. And then at the front you do have some, like, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So yes. And then the other one I got, which was the last one, again, haven't seen anybody with it. It's this book. This is a Chinese book. Where is the ISBN? There you go. And these books, again, they're not cheap when you buy them from Etsy, but when it's a hobby you love, then it's worth it, isn't it? And I'm guessing this is the artist. Like I said, I haven't translated yet. If they have an Instagram, I need to go follow them. And at the front half of the book, you see here, that is the red section. This is all their artwork, and then on the back section you get all of those pages from the front section to colour for yourself, and they are stunning, like right up my street. You get a bit of a tutorial at the front, like a lot of these books, and then it goes into, I mean, like, you don't need any words. You can just look at how beautiful they are. Absolutely beautiful. And in this book you do get men as well, which is always a great thing with a colouring book, because not all of them do. And like, yeah, . it's all sort of fantasy, which I'm always there for colouring anything fantasy. I don't know if they're based off of like anything, like, because sometimes you get people drawing like game characters and stuff, but like I said, I haven't translated anything. I do like that. There is a page in here that I absolutely love. I don't know if I'm going to find it. I don't know if I've gone past it because I wasn't really paying attention. That's stunning. They all are. No, I think I went past it. But then, like, at the back, you get the line art, and I love how they've drawn the eyes. Like, you've got freedom in there. You've got your sort of direction your eye should be going in, but you're free to add what you want. But yeah, so basically just the line art of those. Absolutely beautiful. What does it have on the back? Oh, this actually says 2017 here, so I'm not sure if this is old. Like, I hadn't seen this book before anywhere, so now I'm a little bit like, maybe it just eluded me for all these years. But like I said, I haven't seen anybody with it, which normally you do. I'm just looking at the front, and at the front you see it's got a 2018 there. So maybe this is very old. Well, I feel lucky to have it either way. So that's those. Back now to the colouring completed pages. I am terribly sorry for the randomness of this completed pages video, but I hope you don't mind. Next up we have R.J. Hampson's Mountain King colouring book, and I coloured my first page in here. And I coloured this one. This is the second set of images, so the ones that say they are slightly altered, as you do get in this book. And I kept this very wintry. This one is called Sapphire Lake, but I froze that lake. That is ice, because we have up here a frost dragon, in my opinion. And it's basically frozen the lake, and now what's he gonna do with the man in the boat? Who knows? Are we gonna eat him? Are we gonna toast him up nice and crispy? Or are we going to think he's a friend and like try to make friends? I don't know. But anyway, he's stuck in the ice and the snow is falling onto the ice, which was why I tried to make it look a bit powdery around the boat. And he's like got snow on him and everything. But it does look like a friendly dragon, right? So what did I use in here? Did I use that? Ah, okay, this might have been the first page then that I used those Derwent Pro markers on. So anyway, alcohol marker base, brute thinner square pencils, and a ton of Posca pen. Everything white is Posca. Pretty much. Except for on here, I just done my colours and then went with the white pencil to make everything look more pastel and pale. But yeah, this book is by far my favourite by R.J. Hampson. I don't have, I think I have one more of his books. But yeah, I love it. Again, it's like the fantasy of it, isn't it? Yeah, I could definitely enjoy colouring in here. What is the other page that I have tagged? Ah, yes, I was going to. Probably not now, but maybe in the future. So next up is a Forever Whip that I completed. I say Forever Whip, I started it last winter time and then winter ended, so I put it away, but now I've finished it and I'm so happy to have this one finished. So this is from Mythographic Frozen Fantasies by Fabiana Attanasio, and this one is the one, this is a book that has all the little hidden objects, which I didn't know when I bought it that it was one of those. I should have checked it out, but I saw Frozen Fantasies and a dragon on the cover and I bought it. Like, what is wrong with me? But this is the only Mythographic I have, so I think I've done well not to buy a ton more, but it was mostly because I got this to see what they were like, and then obviously I had the whip for so long, I just thought, get something done in here first. And I coloured this otter page, and all that I had done on it before was a base. It was very blue, like a bit of it has come through, but it's not alcohol markers. But I can't remember if it was, I have these inks, not the new inks that I've been using, but they're like these watercolour inks. I think they're watercolour inks. They were either watercolour inks or like inks you use for calligraphy. It was either that or actual watercolour, but I can't remember what it was I used. But it's basically blue, and I had coloured some of the igloos, and that was it. Everything else still had to be done. So I used the Black Widow pencils, Posca pen on anything you see that is white, and Mod Podge Extreme Glitter on the, like, these wavy bits. Now when I look at this page, I'm like, are they flying otters that are like flying through the sky, or are they underwater otters and everything is underwater? Like, I could see this picture either way, and I did colour it thinking more of the underwater, but then I think, well, it's ice, how's it staying frozen? And then I think, this is a colouring book, this is fantasy, so why not have ice igloos that can survive underwater? Yeah, so I'm like, underwater, above, yeah, think whatever you will. I don't think there's a wrong answer. But yeah, so some of the hidden objects I have just coloured the same colours as whatever's behind them, so you can't really see some of them. Like, you've got a train up here, you have a jar of honey there, that was the old style doctor's mask things. Yeah, and there's a, I think it's a tennis ball or something here. But then other things, like down here, the magnet, the calendar, the baby's bib, I've added a touch of red on them because I thought I wanted to. And then the star has a touch of yellow on it. But like, your eyes aren't completely drawn to them. My eyes go towards the otters first, which is what I wanted. So yeah, I am actually proud of this page, because I didn't think I could do it, you know? Because when I looked at these pages, it is sometimes difficult to see what you're actually looking at. And then when you start actually colouring, you're like, oh, okay, so that's there. Because some of these hidden objects, like, they are hidden. Like, I didn't see them at first glance, which was not good, to be honest. Like, I didn't see the Christmas tree topper, the star, and I was like, well, what am I going to do with that now? I saw it when I started colouring in this wall. But yeah, I am happy to have a page completed in this book. And this will probably be a winter colouring book for me, or like late autumn, but most likely winter time. Maybe like November, December, January. So you may see this one at the end of the year again. I can't see myself colouring in it like now, because I'll start to want to colour like springtimey, flowery. Well, not flowery, but they will probably have flowers in. So next up, I have a PDF. Let me just take my tab off it. And this PDF is by Kevin Teo Art, and it's called Ganzo, and it was a freebie over on the Facebook group. And they did a little competition to win his book, I think it was. But yeah, I just wanted to colour it. I did enter, but like there's so many people that enter these things. But I like the fact that he had multiple prizes, and it wasn't all like, oh, that one's the best, or that one. It was like a bit random. I prefer it when competitions are like that, because sometimes you think, well, theirs is beautiful, but other people don't seem to see it. And I'm like, at least with random, everybody has a chance. And he even had a like kiddies category, which I think's amazing. But yeah, as you can see, lots of sparkly Mod Podge Extreme glitter in the background, and that is on top of alcohol markers. So I did also go around the background with pencils. You can maybe see, if it doesn't pick up the sparkle, there is a purple and a blue and then white, because I wanted it more pastel-y. So yeah, Posca pen, obviously, like my pages just have Posca pen. Black Widow pencils again, and that was it. The alcohol marker base, Black Widow pencils, Posca pen, and the Mod Podge Extreme glitter. Yeah, that's all it was. Like, that is the quickest page I ever completed. Like, I think, like, that's on an A4 size at least. Like, coloured in a day. Because I wanted to enter, but I only saw the post like the day before it was finishing, I think it was, or it might have been 2 days before. But yeah, I was like, oh no, printer, hello, wake up, print my picture out. But when I printed this out, I did print a lot of the Patreon pages that I've been gaining as well, so that was a good timing situation. And the last colouring page I have is in this stunning book. Like, I can't get over how beautiful, like, fully hardbacked, chunky as a storybook. This is the Songbly colouring book. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but their Instagram, they do go by Songbly84, I believe. I do follow them. I think that is what it is. And I have coloured this page. It even has a little doodad, whatchamacallit, bookmark that you can use. Just like, I've never had that on a colouring book before, I don't think. But yeah, I am super proud of this page. I love, again, like, you get the original version on one side, and then I coloured this version on this side. Now, although I love it, I absolutely love it, I did struggle with my pencils on this paper. At the beginning, I didn't think to look at the beginning, but at the beginning in the tutorial bit, I believe she uses some Prismacolor pencils, and I think I may need to use some softer pencils than the Faber-Castell Polychromos. When I'm colouring people, I tend to go for the Polychromos more often, because I think they're good for hair and stuff. But yeah, this paper, I actually didn't find it difficult to do the hair, but the background and her skin, it started to want to pull the paper up. Like, I think it's because the lead of the polychromos is hard. So next picture I colour in here, I'm going to try like my Castle Art pencils or something, because they're softer, and see how they work on here. Because, yeah, I don't want to be tearing up my paper. But I added in this square border because I like to do that when it's not done already. Like, you can see that there should be a line here anyway. I just like to draw it in. Like this one though, you could probably do it boxed off at the bottom and then sort of looped over. You wouldn't have to do them all as squares. I probably will, but you know, there might be the odd one. But yeah, I do love how this turned out. I love the glow that I got. And I've added, like, she's got black hair, but when that orange glow hits it, it would look a bit more brown. So I added in some brown over this side, but keeping it black over that side, which I thought worked. And yeah, nothing fancy on here. It was just the Polychromos pencils and Posca pen again, because I did go over the outline of the snow, and I used it on the dots in her eyes and to add some highlight on her lips, because her lips was the part as well that started to tear up. That's why down at the bottom here it looks, you can see it's a bit more fuzzy. I did dot in some Posca as well. Just that was why I dotted in the Posca, so I could make it look more like she was wearing lip gloss or something. But yeah, I am super proud of that though. Even if there are mistakes, it doesn't matter. But yeah, stunning, stunning book. But yeah, I will try it. Oh, that's cute. Like, every time I flip through this book, I see a page that I don't remember seeing. I don't remember these kid pages. Oh, they're adorable. Birthday cake. Oh, that'd be nice for summer or spring. She's pretty. Kitty. I believe, like, over here, they have, like, oh my gosh, social media, like, handles. And so I'm thinking each of these is like a real, based off of a real, like, person. But I don't quote me on that, but I remember seeing somewhere, yeah, like thanks to page, and it's got like all these. So is that one of them? Yeah, look, there's the same name on that page as there is down here. So I'm thinking they might be real people, like real accounts. I may have to look into that to be sure. But yes, let me just put my bookmark back in. It was dangling all over the place. So that is all my completed colouring pages, but I also did one drawing, even if didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to. So this is a new, well, it's not new, but it is new. I hadn't drawn in it before. The Strathmore Toned Grey Mixed Media pad. And yeah, these pages are pretty chunky. You can throw anything on there, and I did not. Sorry, I use pencil. So this is my page, and it was supposed to be of Stray Kids member Bangchan or Christopher. Like, I never know what to call them. Like, what name do they want to be called? There's too many, because I'm the type of person where if I start calling somebody someone, then that is how I'm going to call them for the rest of their life. Like, I have 3 brothers, Jason, Chris and Anthony. Jason is always Jason, and Jason never changes. Christopher is always Chris. Like, I don't hear anybody call him Christopher. It's always Chris. And then Anthony for me is always Ant, but other people call him Tony. So I find it weird when people call him Tony. That makes no sense to me. Like, where did that come from? Because like, until he was an adult, I'd never heard anybody call him that before. But yeah, so, and I will call them that way for the rest of my life, or their lives. They're all older than me, so, you know, whatever. You never know what's gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, I can see mistakes because I'm the one that drew it, and it doesn't look like him, in my opinion. Like, there's too many places where I made errors. Like, I could name them all, but I'm not going to, because then I'll feel bad about it. But I love it, but I can see the mistakes. Like somebody wrote the comment that they don't know who he is, so they think it looks great, which is what I'm trying to think of it as. But it's hard because I drew it obviously from his image, so yeah. But I love my wolf. I love my wolf. I don't think I've ever done fur and been so proud of it. It did look hilarious when it was just line art though. Because I drew lines to show which way I wanted the fur to go, but they just looked ridiculous. And I didn't have the mouth snout area. Do you call it a snout on an animal? Or is that just pigs? Anyway, the mouth area, that was completely hilarious. I did have to alter that a little bit before I went in and coloured it. But yeah, I used... What did I use on this? Was it my Polychromos or my Black Widows? I had both of those pencils out for the last 2 months quite a lot. It will say on my Instagram what I used. But then I put a gold leaf border around it, which I had always planned to do. When it started not looking like him, I was like, do I still put the gold there? And then I'm like, yes, put the gold there. You've took time to measure out the border. You're going to do what you said you were going to do. So, yeah, I don't know whether to now draw the other members in here as well. But, like, the member and their, like, representative animal sort of thing. But I think of some of their animals and I'm like, I've never drawn one of those before. I didn't even know that existed. So yeah, I don't know, but we will see. Also, I've got to be in the mood for drawing, and I also have to have, like, see the image of the person and think, I want to draw from that image. Like, this was from a video and I took a screenshot, which is also probably why my proportions... Don't blame the image. It's not the image's fault. It's my fault. But yeah, I could have picked something a bit more clearer to draw from, but it wasn't that bad. So it's me. I just didn't take the time to check before I started. Anyway, that is it for January and February. And this... It's got one of those sort of softy feeling covers that I know some people either love or hate. But yeah, I do look forward to doing more in here as well. Because, like I think I've said before, the reason I started colouring was so I could use colouring, like, pencils more in my drawing. Because I used to only use, like, graphite. And I wanted to use colour. So, until next time, it will be a colouring video of I don't know what yet. I might do one of those roll the dice challenge, because I haven't done one of those in a while, where it can pick what colours I use. But I'd have to pick a book. Like, yeah. Anyway, happy colouring for the month of March. I hope I am not as stressed, and yeah, I hope I do more colouring. I think that was like, how many pages was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? 9 or 10? I think it was 9. Yeah, that's good for now. Nice warm up to the year. So see you next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, I'm so forgetful. So this, I never showed you, did I? I got all those books out to show you that I ordered, and then I just put this one like to the side. Like, I literally just went for a bath, and then I was like, wait a minute. And then I came back and I was like, this still has tabs in. So just quickly show you this one, like tabs galore. It is this page. Oh my gosh. And I did translate this, and it was something along the line of Yellow Star Repair, Search for Light. Yeah, I'm not sure how well that has translated it. I wish I knew. Like, I've always wanted like superpower to be able to just understand languages. But yeah, light doesn't disappear, it just disappears for a moment is what it gave me for this sentence. And I went for the opposite. So this is like warm tones, and I went for cool tones. And again, I am proud of this one. Like, I am proud. So I have used Faber-Castell Polychromos, KJ designed by Karen watercolour paint in Lilac Blue on that moon. Nice and shiny. Oh, I've also put it on her nails. I forgot about that. It has been, this was a January page. And then Posca pen, which again is my normal white. So the same but different. I have got a completely different vibe going on, I think. But yeah, so sorry about that, missing that page from the Flower and Girls 2. Oh, so sidetracked. You're probably like, wait a minute, you didn't show that. So I apologise for that. So happy colouring. See you next time. Goodbye this time. I don't think I've missed anything else. Thank you. Bye.